You know, seeing the cryptocurrency market where it is today, it makes me think about the past. It makes me think about the conversations that I've had with many people, whether it's family members, friends, people that are just randoms, or even people on the internet. Um, it's interesting because those conversations always get to the same spot where it looks like they might be interested in cryptocurrency because they start the conversation, but then they end it by kind of closing that door pretty firmly. And it's always closed kind of at the same spot where no one believes that cryptocurrency is going to be a thing or going to be usable because you can't bring it back to what we know, right? When you look at it right now, you look at cryptocurrency and you're like, well, there's a lot of people that believe in it. There's a lot of adoption, and now there's a lot of conversation, and not only, just regular people, but government, right? Businesses. But it wasn't always like that. If we look back in, 2020, 2021, where people are just really starting to mention cryptocurrency as kind of a household name in a way, not necessarily an investment for every single household, but just a conversation starter, and talking about how, oh, you see what Bitcoin got to, or you see what XRP is doing, or Ethereum. It was mainly around like the top, let's say, two cryptocurrencies. Not really mentioning XRP as much, but mentioning Bitcoin and Ethereum. That was kind of that conversation starter for them. But the door always closed at, what are you going to use it for? And I remember having a conversation with my brother-in-law, who's actually into crypto now. He understands a little bit more, obviously, because I talk about it a lot and we have conversations about it. And he has, different forms of cryptocurrency. I'm not going to talk about his portfolio, but, he has cryptocurrency, which is great to see that change and see the light in a way. But I remember a conversation we had while we were waiting for a roller coaster at Hershey Park. We were talking about just cryptocurrency in general, CRO, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, whatever. And the conversation got to a point, right? The conversation lasted a long time because we were waiting for this roller coaster for a while. The conversation got to a point to where he said, well, what is it going to do? Like, what does cryptocurrency do for the world? And for that, I was talking about CRO, for instance, and I talked about all of the different things that CRO does, but not necessarily does for the world or does for the economy in a way, but just being able to utilize CRO or see the benefits of how many things that crypto.com is doing to implement CRO in it. And now with what's going on with CRO, it's just kind of upsets me with the fact that they added the supply there. So the whole conversation built around the fact that you could see some burns within it creates value based on how you're going to use it, whether it's within crypto.com and or in the Kronos chain. There's various ways that you could see it be utilized. And it always got to that point where, again, the same part of the conversation happened where it's like, we're going to close that door because it's not apparent. It's not like in stone, like written in stone, that it's going to have this utility. So the fact that it has no utility from what I'm seeing, I'm going to close that door. Right? I'm not going to invest into it because I don't see the opportunity that you still see. Now, granted, CRO at that point was up to a little bit of was a lot higher than where it is now. That's before you saw everything kind of crash down. But now you have opportunities where everything is kind of flourishing and getting back to where it used to be, if not further, especially when you talk about Bitcoin. But I was just thinking about it because right now the cryptocurrency market is standing at a $3.34 trillion market cap. $3.34 trillion market cap, which again is insane. Phenomenal to see where we are because this is above where we were in 2021. Bitcoin is above $100,000 per coin. Ethereum still sitting at, kind of lackluster prices at 2,500, 2,600, but altcoin season hasn't happened yet. So we're going to see that money trickle into altcoin season. And we should see a $5 to $10 trillion market cap, maybe even more, depending on the hype and attention and growth that we see in the crypto market. But again, it has me thinking about the past. There are many people that doubted crypto in general and closed that door, just like they did on many other sectors, many other things that are huge in history. To think that we weren't going to see a massive push in technology is insane. So to kind of look at the tech stocks and tech market and not throw money into things like Amazon, Tesla, Meta or Facebook, whatever the actual business was, to not throw things into that, that's not believing in it, right? And they're doing the same thing here. They did the same thing with the internet in general, to not invest into internet companies. And, whether you want to, invest directly into them and be, a small business owner to turn into a large business owner, to be a part of a bigger corporation, and that's on you. But people didn't take that opportunity. For me, during that time, I was young, I was in school, and I mean in like grade school at the time when we're talking about that. And we're seeing the development of the internet, whether it's on mobile devices, or it's on a laptop, or it's on a desktop computer, or whatever, right? And the different things that are being created there. The same thing that's happening or did happen there is happening with crypto. We're seeing the implementation, we're seeing the belief. While one time they were fighting it, you look back, while the government was fighting it against XRP, against Coinbase, against Ripple, against Kraken, against MetaMask, whatever the case may be, they were fighting against it and saying that crypto is not going to be a thing and crypto is just a fad. And now you see a lot of money that's being invested into crypto, not just from people like me, but from people that are hedge fund owners or big business owners, institutions, right? Governments, politicians. You're seeing money that's being invested into things that they may not fully understand, or definitely didn't understand in the past and didn't want to understand in the past. So we're in a unique spot to where we're going to see the adoption, we're going to see the push, we're going to see the growth. It's just whether you want to deny it. It's whether you want to just take a step back and just watch everybody else grow their wealth that when they are a part of cryptocurrency. So in my opinion, I look at this and everything that I've been able to do over the time period of, following stocks, following crypto, getting heavily into crypto, diving deeper into crypto, and putting a lot of my, I would say, wealth into cryptocurrency to grow it to higher standards or higher levels. I look at that as a major success because I decided to make those moves. Now, it's not over. Even after this bull run, it's not over. The battle is still here. The battle is not won yet, but you're seeing it slowly kind of turn a new leaf, slowly move more into, well, maybe, just maybe, right? It's getting more into that area of things. So I'm definitely interested to see how far this goes, but I know for a fact that it's going to be a major success for anybody that is a part of it. As long as you're a part of things that have utility, long-term utility, you can play it out for the long term. You can play it out for what you saw with Bitcoin, from a level of single-digit dollars or $10 or $100, $400, whatever, up to $103,000. To hear anybody has a success story for Bitcoin, and to see that anybody held Bitcoin for a long time or held any small Bitcoin, even if you bought or you mined, 1,000 Bitcoin and you sold 90% of it, if you still hold some of it, you still ended up gaining a heck of a lot in the end. So the truth is, for cryptocurrency, we're heading to a spot that many people are going to believe that you are crazy for believing in. But when it happens, they're going to be like, I knew it all along. They're going to say things like, some people may say things like, I should have invested into crypto when I had the chance. And deep down in their soul, the reason why they never had a chance is because of their own brain. their own mind that denied it, their own like thoughts that said, no, don't invest into this. So no matter what the scenario was, no matter who was telling you to invest into cryptocurrency, you would have never made that move. So don't say, I should have done it, because you would have never done it. And no matter what the situation was. So I said in the past, oh, I should have invested into Bitcoin. I didn't have enough money to do so. I would have never done it. Right? I had maybe $1,000, $2,000, which would have went a long way, maybe in cryptocurrency at those times. But when cryptocurrency was low enough, I didn't even know what to do with it or where to get it or where to go or any type of information. And while I did see cryptocurrency at a level of $2,000 all the way down to $2,000, and I had a decent amount of money for it, I didn't understand how to buy it, where to go, what it even was. And I didn't care for it at all, right? That's just, I would have never bought it. So no matter what, in that situation, I never had a chance. And you know what? If you're denying cryptocurrency today, you're going to never have a chance to make money in this market. So it's up to you on whether you want to be a part of it or whether you want to sit on the sidelines, which is fine either way. I just don't want to hear down the line, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, did that. No, you wouldn't have done anything because your brain never gave you the chance to actually take a part of this, right? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys. Hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, if you guys want to check out my link for BTCC down below, feel free to check it out. It honestly is a very, very good platform. This is a fantastic platform that I've been able to utilize for the longest time. So if you are looking to kind of make a decent amount of moves into cryptocurrency, leverage trading could be the way to go, but you do want to do your research on how to trade and how to become, profitable. Now, what you can do on this platform is you can demo trade. So you can decide to trade without using your own money to get a head start or understanding of how to leverage trade and what you're risking as you move forward. But if you use my link down below, you can get a 10% deposit bonus of whatever you put in there, as well as extra bonuses up to $10,055. So feel free to check it out. Link is down there in the description. 40% lower trading fees, all of that. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.